Hey, folks, it's Monday night. You know who you got in the house. Appreciate you being here. I truly do. Appreciate all of you being here. Got Biggs is with us tonight. She does a wonderful job over there on her channels. She has multiple channels. Need to go check those out. And she's got a great program going for the armed services people. Get with her and donate to that if you get a chance. I'm sure she'd be grateful. I, too, am a military parent, so I know exactly how she feels and what she's going through. So hopefully we'll get them folks some help over there. We got Lynn in the house tonight. Hey, appreciate you being here, Lynn. Katie, 27320. I don't think I've seen you before. I'm glad you're with us, though. I really do appreciate you being here. And Carrie's with us. Go over and check her channel out. Carrie, drop your link to your page right here in the comments so everybody can go over and check out your channel. She just started doing some videos, and she shows you a lot of good stuff over there, especially on the organization of what she has. She's helped me out a lot, so go over there and check her out. Michael's with us. Appreciate it, Michael, my man right there. And Greg. All right, we got a good bunch here tonight. Hopefully we can pass something on to you. Fluffy's with us. Merry Christmas to everybody, she says. And I say the same. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to my friends that celebrate Hanukkah. Hope everything goes well during your holiday season. Who is that? EMT. Yeah, you haven't been with us in a couple of weeks, I don't think. But I'm glad you're with us here. Hawk is new. Appreciate you joining us. I really do. Brother Phil's in the house. All right. I think I converted him. He wasn't originally a prepper, but I think I got him on board. So hopefully he's gathering up some stuff to take care of his family when things go bad, not if, when. And Joe's with us from Sanford. All right. Appreciate it. I really do. James McGrath, you're new here. All right. Appreciate all you new folks being here. I truly do. I'm going to touch on a couple of topics here. Actually, I have changed my program schedule 100% since about 2 o'clock today. So this might be a short one. I was going to go off on a rant against social media. I'm going to touch on that a little bit here in just a little bit, though. But not like I was going to, because I got this shirt today and it reminded me of who I truly am. Let me move this mic for a minute. Hopefully you can see that. If you're not into that, the chosen. You really need to be. But that just kind of reminded me that I can't always be that old mean asshole redneck that I am. And I changed things a little bit. So Miss Jobs is with us. I appreciate it. All right. She's not working tonight. She got the night off. So that's a good thing. Appreciate that, Biggs. Cynthia. If you folks like what I'm bringing you, hit that thumbs up for me. I would truly appreciate it. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and then ring the bell. Once you ring that bell, you'll have 3 options there. Click all. That way you'll get a notification every time I post something here. I'm really trying to build a channel here for you guys, not for me. I'm going to prove that in just a few minutes. It's not for me, it's for you. But we're going to keep it clean when we can. I might get off on a rant every now and then and fire off a bad word or two, but I'm going to try my best not to. I'm not going to say anything that I really shouldn't, believe me. Got any questions tonight, put them in all caps. I greatly appreciate it. I'm flying solo. Lady Prepper had a little medical procedure today. She's sitting out there in the living room with her feet propped up in a recliner. She can't be in here with me tonight. So if I get out of line, it's her fault, not mine, because she's in there. And if you hear a shout from the living room, that's probably her, and I've probably gone too far and gotten a little crazy. So we'll see how it works out without her. I'm sure I'm going to need her help somewhere down the line.
I got your
Don't know if you heard her, but she just shouted at me. She got my back. Uh, I'm not really promoting this, but if you're not into it, you might want to check it out. It's really a great program, and it kind of puts things in place more for people today than what you might have, been doing in the past as far as your religious beliefs go. Thank you very much, Hoosier Prepper Nurse. Appreciate it. Yeah, pray for her, guys. I mean, it was a minor procedure, but she's got her feet prepped up. She can't really come in here and sit with me like she has, does previously, but we'll get through it. There you go. You're getting a lot of prayers, babe. All right, let me get into it here. I appreciate you folks being here. I got a lot of my normal folks here, and I'm proud of my shirt. I really am. It's a Christmas present from Lady Prepper. She knew I needed it. So let me get on into our normal news here that we do. Stupid news. There you go. For those of you on your little telephone you can't read, I'm going to read that headline for you. People who skip their COVID vaccines are at higher risk of traffic accidents, according to a new study. Yeah, there was a study by scientists that looked into this, and it suggests that if you do, I can't say this without laughing. This is crazy. This is so crazy. If you didn't get your COVID vaccine, you might be in a traffic accident. You got a higher risk of being in a traffic accident. I mean, I think that's one of the dumbest damn things I've heard in my life. There we go. Yeah, the EMT's got it right. Yeah, there you go. Gotta have it. Been digging too many carrots. All right, we'll leave that right where it is. But this thing here with the COVID vaccines, they're starting to push that crap again. Shouldn't have said that. I said the C word. They're going to restrict this. But I really don't care. I've got to the point where I don't care after the bullshit they pulled on me last week. But I'm going to talk about that a little more here in just a few minutes. But this thing with the, let me put it that way. They think you're more dangerous to people on the road for some reason. If you want to go look that up, it's just total stupidity from start to finish. And I don't know what the hell. I mean, come on. But I've also decided I'm going to do something new every week, which is the dumbest person in the news for the week. Let's start it off with this guy. You talk about an original POS. This guy right here is it. You can see right here how he's complaining because California is overwhelmed with illegal immigrants. It's costing his state too much money. Well, I don't know why he's complaining. He's the one that instituted all that stuff. He did it himself. But now he has national political aspirations, and he wants to act like these people are a problem to him. It don't matter that it's costing his state $25 billion a year. That's with a B. He did that. He's the one that did that. And it's costing each household $2,370. Now, these are people that's having trouble paying their electric bill because of his policies. And on top of his stupid environmental policies that is, he's telling people that own electric cars, don't charge your electric car during peak hours. After he pushed those for over a year, they can't pay their electric bill because they're paying for illegal immigrants in their state. And now he's complaining about it. And all of it was his doing. I mean, I could ramble on about this dumbass for hours, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go on by that because this shirt's keeping me in line tonight. If you don't have one, you might want to get one. It works. So, but I mean, these are the two most stupid things I saw in the news this week. I have no idea how getting this has anything to do with the way you drive or how this guy who instituted all of these policies can stand up there and complain about them and just bold-faced lie. But, I mean, that falls right in line with the Democratic Party line, I guess, you know. But hey, what can I say? I normally don't do a lot of politics here. You guys know that. But they're making it impossible not to, to be apolitical. They're making it impossible for you not to pick a side and go with it. That's what they want to do. They want to keep us separated, by, racial lines, religious lines, economic lines. They have to keep us separated and at each other's throats. And they're masters at making sure that people fall into their trap. But, if it gets right down to it and you got to choose a side, guess which side I'm going to land on? Yeah, there you go. Sharp as a bowling ball. That guy's a damn genius, ain't he? But, I mean, I'm going to pick the side that knows which bathroom to use and the one that has most of the guns. So it's ridiculous. They keep pushing it, they're going to push it too far. You push it far enough, you're going to get what you don't want. And I really don't want to get into that. So, all right, looks like we got a new member from Iowa here. There we go. All right, I appreciate you being here. I saw Kathy C. in there early. I appreciate her and Paul and Marcia being with us. You guys are fantastic. I do love Iowa. That is a beautiful place up there. So, thanks for being here. California is truly the land of misfit toys. You bet. Yes, it is. Yes, that's perfect for this time of year. That was a good one. I might have to use that one later. JD wants to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. All right. Like I said, I had a totally different program laid out for tonight, and I changed it at about 2:00 because I don't want to get off into that rant that I had scheduled, but it's coming, believe me. That'll probably be the first one after the new year. I mean, I laid out step by step what is caused the destruction of this country, and I have illustrated, pictures to prove it. You can look it up yourself. Don't look on Google, though, because you won't see a lot of it. You have to go over to DuckDuckGo to find out what's really happening. So don't go to Google. When I looked up the stats on how much it cost California so far this year, the $25 billion, I went to Google and put in, total immigration costs for California for 2022. It went off into so many directions. It was ridiculous. It was showing me the benefits of having illegal immigrants and the truth about illegal immigration and how it's good for the country and all that kind of bullshit. So I went over to DuckDuckGo, which is a good, reliable source to find what you want to find out and get both sides of a story, not just that liberal side that they're trying to push on us all. But on that topic, how many of you heard about this? Congress sent a letter to Mark Zuckerberg telling him not to stop censoring conservative voices. They pretty much threatened him. They want him to keep censoring sites like this, people like us, because they're afraid of what Elon Musk is doing over on Twitter. Basically when they tell, one of these people, don't let up on them, stay on the conservatives, you're doing something right. They're doing something right for their cause. The Democrats love that. They love to have conservative voices censored. They're basically fascist. I mean, let's be honest. The liberal media is helping them out. And it's getting old, guys. They're going to push, like I said, they're going to push this so far, they're going to get something they wish they didn't get. And I hate to see it go that far because it's not going to be pretty at all. It's going to be ugly. When it does happen, it's going to be ugly. But get ready for it. That's what we're here for. Get ready for that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous that it's getting to that point, but it is. Like I said, they're making it impossible for you not to choose sides. Well, that's going to be their mistake. Believe me, in the end, it will be their mistake because every one of us here, especially here in the United States, and I'm sure there's lots of folks around the world that feels the same. You want to be free. You want to be able to voice your opinion. You want to be able to say what you think should be said, and nobody should be able to silence you. Like I was talking about last week in the First Amendment and the religious freedom thing in schools. The First Amendment don't say you can't have a Bible in school. As a matter of fact, it says just the opposite. So, I think a good little protest, here we go. Just thought of this, just popped in my mind. Good little protest around the country would be, if you have your children or your grandchildren, just carry a Bible to school with them. They don't have to open it up. They don't have to ask anybody else to read it. Just carry it in there and see what happens. They can't tell them they can't have it there. Nope, can't do it. Let's see if we can get that movement going. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to push protests, but I think that, that would be something pretty cool to do and see what the reaction is. And maybe we can make a little money that way too. Like I have scrolling down there, folks, if you got any questions, put them in all caps. I'm flying solo. Like I said, I'm having to look over here and see if I can read what's going on from you folks. And I appreciate every one of you dropping them comments in there. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things not to buy for the holidays. I mean, I know we all want to take care of the people we love and try to, nudge them along and get them involved in this thing. But, one thing I'm going to tell you not to buy is those kits, those bug out bag kits you see on Amazon or, on advertisements that pop up on your Facebook page or your Twitter account or whatever. Don't buy that. Don't buy that thing. It's full of junk. All that is a bunch of items they couldn't sell individually. So they put it all together and try to sell it in a package as a bug out bag. And you can build a whole lot better bug out bag than what they are trying to sell you. This one right here that you see on the screen is one that I found today that it's the cheapest one I found today. And I know I can put a bug out bag together for a good one for a lot less than $300. So don't fall for that scam. But it's a good idea if you want to do something like this for somebody in your family. Just put it together yourself and give it to them. Don't buy one of those ready-made things. That's ridiculous. And one more hint I want to drop on you for not to buy for Christmas is this right here, these MREs. Make sure if you do buy these, if you want to buy these, that they're current at least within a year, because they're only good for about 5 years. But if you're not familiar with what those do to your stomach when you eat that food, you really don't want to buy it. I mean, it might go down good, but if they're actual military MREs, they're also designed to make you not go to the bathroom very regular. A lot of folks don't know that. Back when I was carrying MREs, I had to carry some MREs to do a few things in my life. I also carried a little bottle of baking soda so I could, heat up a little water and put a spoonful of baking soda in it and help things flow a little better. Let me put it that way. So if you're going to buy those MREs, make sure you know what the effects are going to be when you consume them. And they're only good for 5 to 7 years. Remember that. And if they're in a heated area, if you don't have a good, cool, dry place to store them, you're going to be lucky if you get 5 years out of them, to be honest. Anything beyond that is it's questionable. It might make you sick. Might not. I mean, I don't know. It's I know it's weird for me to tell you not to buy these because I've been harping on you to buy food for months now. But, if you want to buy them, cool. But at least know what they're going to do when you consume them. Okay? Buy 1 or 2 of them, try them out. Or here we go. This is better. Buy 2 days worth of MREs and try those out and see how they affect you. Because they're not designed for everyday consumption. Just, remember that. when you do buy them, if you want to share them with somebody for Christmas. You know, you'd be better off for what they cost each meal in that little pack there, which was one of the least expensive ones I found. Each meal is $8.90 for one meal. Now imagine how much food you can buy for $8.90. I have no doubt I can feed 5 people off that and feed them a good hearty diet off of that instead of that one meal. So you need to think about that. I know you're trying to help folks out, but like I said, know what you're buying and don't buy those package deals of stuff like that bug out bag or, you know, the food kits that we all buy. I have some of them. I have a few of them, but you got to know going in what you're getting. You know, you're getting mostly oatmeal or, you know, some kind of soup or a noodle or something like that. You're not getting a lot of protein in those. You know, those are good to have if you know what you're getting. They're not going to fill you up. You know, you eat one of those meals out of one of those buckets you buy, you know, the 30-day supply of food. It's only going to hold, you're going to be hungry in a couple of hours, guys. You know, it's like going to a Chinese buffet. You're going to have to eat something a couple of hours later. But think about that when you're doing your Christmas shopping this year. I know we all want to try to help out our relatives, you know, and the people we love, but think about what you're buying when you're buying these things. Any food is good food when there is no food. So at least know what you're getting. But all right, I've rambled on enough here. Let me get to the main point here. What's going on? What was going on with me? MRE or fruitcake? Now, what we got here? Was just, you know, they only made, actually, there's only been 12 fruitcakes made in the history of the world. They've just been regifted throughout the generations. That same fruitcake somebody gave you got to their grandparents somehow, probably 30 years ago, but it's been passed down to you now. So what is this we got here? 1 can of meat, 1 bag of beans, 1 sack of carrots. Feed 6 for 9. That's right. That man right there knows what he's talking about. You can feed a lot of folks on $9 if you know how to do it, and it'll be a good hearty meal. So Bill's on top of that. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate your comment. But the main point of why we got here tonight, what I'm going to complain about. I was going to use another word, but I'm trying to be good tonight. Last week, YouTube sent me a notice saying they demonetized my channel. That I wouldn't be paid for any of the videos that I post unless I made changes to my format. Right here it is. That's a copy of the email they sent me. Like I said earlier, I know a lot of you's on phones and you can't read this, so I'm going to read it to you. Here we go. If you're able to make changes to meet our program criteria, you may reapply for AdSense in the future. Well, AdSense is how you get paid for the commercials on your video. And it says right there that they review all the channels that apply for this service where you can get paid. And they basically stopped monetizing my videos. I don't know if any of you guys dropped in, you know, a couple of days last week. You could click on my videos and there would be no commercials on them, no ads whatsoever. And it kind of ticked me off because I worked so hard and you folks helped me get that monetization. And I am truly grateful for all that you did to help me out. But for them just to say, basically, no, we don't like what you post, so we're not going to pay you for it. You know, that kind of ticked me off. You folks know me by now. Something like that's a challenge to me. So I appealed that. I said, okay, here's the case. And another thing, right down there in that bottom paragraph, it says, please note that we may not be able to respond to inquiries regarding the specific reasons for our decision. In other words, they're just going to do it, and they're not going to tell you why. And they might not even reply to your request to know why. But they replied to mine. You know, I sent them a request and said, hey, what's going on here? What's the problem? And basically they said that I had questionable content in several of my videos. So I replied back to them. How about you guys just uh, restrict the videos that are questionable and leave the rest alone? Which they agreed to. They did. They agreed to. It surprised me they did. But they did it. And a lot of my videos, my live streams, I think only one of my videos, I have over 100 videos up now, but I think only one of those is restricted. But I think pretty much every one of my live streams is restricted in some way or another. They try to say their advertisers don't like the content. Yeah, right. You know, if I'm showing something about a gun, well, hell, you know, put a Ruger or a Glock ad on it. You know, if they're not taking ad dollars from those folks, they're missing the boat, because there's a bunch of folks out there that do buy those things. But, you know, just to say, hey, you know, we're not gonna pay you for this because our advertisers don't like it, and we might not be able to explain why. How many people have gone through that's what I want to know. How many people have been in that same situation and they didn't do anything about it, or they didn't answer their email when they asked them to explain it? You know, I might have been one of the lucky ones where they said, okay, let's check this guy's email out, because I know what happened. Some little light in the loafer liberal somewhere, you know, reviewed my channel, and he saw a couple of things he didn't like, or heard a couple of comments he didn't like, and he decided he would demonetize my channel. And then when I challenged it, you know, somebody else came along and said, whoa, wait a minute, you know, you've been a little too restrictive here. But how many people has that happened to? How many people have they tried to silence them like they did me? I mean, I didn't post any videos last week because I was going through this with them. I wanted to get it straight before I did anything else. And then I got to the point where I just decided, okay, I'll post videos. I don't give a damn if they put ads in them or not. And I'm thinking about going that way myself. I might demonetize my channel myself. That way there won't be any commercial ads in any of my videos. And the only way they can restrict me is to suspend me or just terminate my account. You know, I don't give a damn what somebody out in California trying to sell shoes thinks about my videos. I don't care. But I guess they give those people more credence than I do. But I'm getting to the point where I just don't give a damn, and I might demonetize myself so I don't have to worry about that. That's a harness they have on me. That's the way I see it. That's a harness they have on me, something they're trying to hold over my head to control me. So if I turn it off, guess what? They don't have that harness anymore. You know, that little bitty penance that they pay for these ads, that's not enough to even dent my bank account. So I ain't worried about the money. You know, I just wanted to get monetized for down the road. You know, if somewhere down the road I got enough subscribers for it to make a difference, it would be nice. But right now, that's not the way it is. So I don't care. Excuse me, throat's getting dry. Apple juice. If you don't like apple juice, you need to get you some. David Workman's back with us. All right. That's right. That's right. Right there. It's all about control. Somebody sitting over there decided they didn't like my channel, so they shut down my money. Well, damn. What did I make? $12 in the last 4 weeks? Who gives a shit? You know, like I said, that ain't even a half tank of gas nowadays. That money don't bother me. You know, she always, Biggs always gets ads for toothpaste. What? Lady Prepper's hollering at me from the other room in there. I must have said something bad. All right. All right. There we go. Y'all heard her. I know you did. We have freedom of speech. They don't screen. That's right. They don't screen rappers. Sorry, folks. My throat got dry. Use codes that won't trigger their words. Well, it's kind of hard to do sometimes. You know, it really is. Yeah, you do have a nice set of teeth. But Yeah, if you could use code words, if there's something universal out there, yeah. I mean, we know what this means, but that's about it. You can't. I'm about to go off on this rant, and I really don't want to do that. So, but you folks might be able to watch my videos soon without any ads in them whatsoever. I'm thinking about shutting that down myself. Like I said, that's just something they're holding over my head, and I really don't need it that bad. I really don't. I mean, I ain't rich by any means, but I worked my whole life and made a good living, got a good pension. So, you know, that's, right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I ain't going to do what anybody else wants me to do. The hell with that. If they want to shut me down, they can shut me down. But that's what Rumble's for, right? I tried that. I went over on Rumble and set up a channel, and I couldn't get many subscribers over there. I think I got like 3 or 4 subscribers is all I got. Not enough folks know about Rumble, or they just haven't tried it. But, I mean, I might have to go that route. Well, I know there's a lot more freedom over there than there is here. That's right. I'm going to do me, brother. That's right. And I appreciate you guys being here, every one of you. Truly do. But I guess, I can't get out of here without talking about what happened with the January 6th hearings today. We all saw that. They're going to refer criminal charges to the Department of Justice on Donald Trump, which is a damn joke. If you look down, right down there in that description box, you'll see a link. Somebody got a hold of Hunter's laptop, and they posted hundreds and hundreds of pages of what's on his laptop, and you can look at them. Now, when you look through those, if you look through those, I mean, you can trust me. There are several emails and, stuff like that, text messages that prove that the current babbler in chief committed felonies. It's in those documents on that link. But the FBI has had those for 3 years. They've been sitting on those for 3 years. And now all of a sudden, Liz Cheney and her little minions want to send a referral over to the Department of Justice on Donald Trump. And it has to be done before election season. Something's coming. They're afraid of this guy. That's what that's all about. They're still afraid of Donald Trump. It's ridiculous. Just beat him. That's all you got to do, and do it without stuffing the ballot box. A lot of states are making it impossible for that to happen. Thank God I live in one of those. That's why we were able to call, all of our state races back in November within 3 hours of the poll closing, because everything is done right here. And there's other states instituting those rules, and the Democrats are scared to death of it. But if you want, just watch what happens with that. It's going to be interesting. They're going to refer him to the Department of Justice for criminal charges while they've been holding on to this proof. They have no proof on Donald Trump. They got proof on the Biden family. Not just Joe, but, his douchebag son and his crazy ass brother. They got proof on all of them. FBI's had that. Department of Justice knows it, and they've done nothing with it. So, you might want to get ready for what's coming. I think 2023 is going to be the year when all of the stuff we've been preparing for is going to happen. It's already happening. I mean, that's what I was going to show you tonight. I had the program all laid out. But since I think it's going to be in 2023, that's going to be my first program in 2023. Which I think will be January 2nd. I think that's Monday night. I'm going to do it then. I'm going to lay out the proof for you. It's coming. They've been working on it for over 40 years, and now it's coming. What you've been preparing for is going to happen next year. All right, so just get ready for it. The signs are all there. I put them all together. There's not that many of them. You can track it from 1979 up until today. It's easy. It's all out there for you to see, if you just know what to look for. So I'm going to show you. But that's going to be in the new year. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I've run over the time I wanted to go. I appreciate every one of you being here. I truly do. Hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All right. Stay strong. Pray for the United States of America because we need it right now. With that, I'm going to click this little button right over here and I'm going to get out of here. Just don't forget on Christmas Day, there's somebody out there you don't even know that loves you, and that's me. God bless you. I'm out of here.